Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing two spreads for two books that are pretty different. One of them is The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson and the other is Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian. They really have no correlation. I just had two books that I read that I want to do journal spreads for, and I put them together in a video. So this video wouldn't only be like 4 minutes long. Today we are actually doing something very different and interesting for my voiceover. I'm actually going to have my best friend Aeris do the voiceover for me. So I'm just here to do the introduction and then she's going to take it away. I honestly have no idea what she's going to talk about. Um, so yeah. Do I really have anything else to say before I let her take over? Not really. Yeah, here she is.
Hi everyone, so I'm Aeris, aka Valerie's best friend, aka Valerie's only friend. I also did not really know what to talk about today either, since Valerie really chose two books that I have not read yet to feature in today's video. I actually started reading The Unexpected Everything like last summer or something, but I lost interest like halfway through, but I promise I will get back to it. But then again, Valerie does read a lot. Did you know she read like 150 books last year? That is a lot. I only read like 35, and I'm pretty sure that Valerie has read 90% of those books. A large portion of them were actually borrowed from her. I always tell her to get a Goodreads account to keep track of all of her books, but she does not listen to me. Anyway, some of you may be wondering, what was Valerie like as a child? Since Valerie and I have been friends for a really long time, literally since grade 1, we went to elementary school together, so I have a lot of insider information on what she was like. I think that Valerie was actually my first friend ever that I got to choose myself and who wasn't just like a family friend or something. So we met in grade 1. And in grade 1, I remember that she low-key beefed with my sister. Like, in grade 1 and grade 2, she low-key beefed with my sister. Like, not even low-key. She was high-key beefing. I remember they, like, did not like each other. They always got into arguments or something. I do not really know what that was about, but that is really funny to me. Also, in grade 1, we Dennis had this crushes on the same guys. And I remember Valerie telling me that one of them was in grade 12. We were literally 5 years old. Who did we think we were? I actually didn't even remember this for a while. I'm pretty sure I blocked it out of my memory. But I remember Valerie brought it up again in like grade 8 or grade 9 that we liked this guy in grade 12 while we were in grade 1. And that knowledge has changed me. Like, I have never been the same since. Anyway, so grade 3, 4, and 5, Valerie and I kind of drifted apart. You know how it is in elementary school, like, if you're not in the same class, then you are not friends anymore. But, like, we still knew each other existed, we just didn't talk as much. But we reunited in grade 6. Grade 6 is actually interesting because we wrote a whole book for our homeroom teacher for Christmas in grade 6. We were literally insane. We were one of those kids, like, we were one of those kids. We wrote her a whole book. We hand wrote her a whole book and gave it to her as a gift. That is crazy. I do not know another kid who did that. I don't know what was going on in our minds. But Valerie really wants to be a teacher. I don't know if she told you guys about that yet. So we as a team really set up high expectations for her own career as a teacher. Since I do not think she's gonna get a kid like that who's going to gift her a book. But anyway, that happened. Also in grade 6, we went on our first overnight trip. We went to Lake St. George and we roomed together, and that was the funnest trip ever. I also remember on that trip we had this code word to enter our room. I remember just as a forewarning before we entered our room, so we knew it would be each other. We said Alohomora. So for those of you who didn't read Harry Potter, that's basically the spell used to unlock doors. So we would yell Alohomora and open the door. I remember once, it was supposed to give each other some sort of warning before entering, but I remember I literally just yelled out Alohomora and swung the door wide open, and she was in the middle of changing, and that was very traumatizing for both of us. Anyway, grade 7 was our grad trip, and we roomed together again, and literally that whole trip was so boring except for the parts that we got to spend in our rooms. For some reason, we ended up being on the guys' floor in that grade. I do not know why that happened. That was kind of weird. But yeah, every single minute we spent in our rooms was so much fun. I remember we actually got Nutella stains on the sheet because we were eating snacks or something, and I do not know why, but we were losing our minds, and we found it so funny that like the cleaners would come and think it was period blood. I do not know what was going on there. Also, our door got knocked on by one of the teachers at like 12 a.m. because we were being too loud, and Valerie had to go answer. And I do not know why we thought this was a good idea, but everyone except for Valerie, who wasn't answering the door, the rest of us literally just hid. Like, we hid behind the beds or under the covers or pretend to be asleep. I do not know what we were hoping to accomplish with this, because our teacher definitely did not like forget that we existed. But that was very funny. Thank you, Valerie, for taking one for the team on that trip. But yeah, so that was our elementary school journey. And I feel like as we have evolved and gone older, Valerie and I has been like slowly merging into one person. Like, I think that we're the same person sometimes because we are the same height. We're both like nearly 5'7", like closer to 5'7" than 5'6", but not like exactly 5'7", and we have the same shoe size. We play the same sports. We're part of the same school clubs like DECA and Make-A-Wish. We like the same guys, even though that was only grade 1 and 2. We both like to read. We both work at bubble tea stores. We both work at bubble tea stores. And so much more. Like, we both like the same ice cream flavors. It is actually crazy. Like, I have a twin sister, like, as I kind of talked about. I may have mentioned it when I was talking about grade 1. But I have a twin sister, and I feel like Valerie and I are more alike than me and my sister. Maybe it's because we grew up in pretty much the same environment or something, and we had the same friend groups. But the bottom line is, Valerie and I are slowly merging into the same person. So yeah, watch out for that. But I feel like in general, Valerie and I have a really good dynamic of friendship. Like, for our personalities, I feel like she's a pretty logical and not afraid to be blunt person, whereas like I'm more of like a people pleaser. Like, she'd be the type of person to yell at me to block someone, and I'd be the type of person to be like, no, I can't block them, that's mean. But I feel like her personality is really good to have as a friend, since I feel like if I didn't have someone pushing me to do beneficial things like that, then I would never have gotten anywhere in life. So I feel like we really balance each other out. So yeah, we are very good friends today. We FaceTime all the time. Like, you know you're good friends when you start checking out each other's horoscopes. But yeah. I think that this video is almost going to an end. I have not really been keeping track. But I hope you liked today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on your post notifications. Okay, bye!